Okay, basically what we have here is a showdown between the Rode NTG2 and the MXL 990. The MXL 990 I've used for about a year and a half. Has a great little entry-level large diaphragm condenser, probably one of the best around. And it's, relatively inexpensive, around $100. And it's done me great for that year and a half. Mainly doing TV and radio ads for various studios, local and around the country. Have had no complaints, but I wanted to step it up a little bit, and so I bought the Rode NTG2. I do a little bit of video work as well, so I thought that could come in handy. But mainly, what I wanted was a mic that was going to pick up a little more of the tone in my voice, subtle things, really, I guess. But also something that was a bit more unidirectional, picked up a little bit less background. I'm not in an ideal situation here in this little studio area. What you're looking at here is a pretty crude little setup. Outside of this is a whopping big shed. So there's always a bit of noise coming in from outside. We've got the wind and noisy cars and all sorts of things like that. So I wanted something that was going to focus in on my voice and give me a bit less of that background noise. So I bought the NTG2, and that's the one you're listening to right now. And now I'll flick back to the MXL, and it sounds a bit like this. I won't even know until I get out of the studio and look at the audio and start playing around with it as to which one sounds better. Because right at the moment, I'm hearing both in my headphones. I know they sound different. I've played around with a couple of the faders, brought them in and out and had a bit of a listen, but I'm still not 100% sure how it's going to sound once I run it through some tasty speakers. So let's find out. And one other thing I wanted to do while I was here, I actually want to compare both of these mics to a really nice little Audio Technica mic, which is this one right here. It's a dynamic, and it's mainly for stage and that sort of thing. It's the AE6100. It's retails about $400. I paid $200. But really tasty little mic, and I hooked it up last night and compared it to the MXL. I didn't have the Rode yesterday. But I compared it to the MXL, and it actually, to be honest, sounded a little bit better. I've got to run the preamp a little harder, so you get maybe a little more preamp noise, but in terms of the tonal qualities coming through in my voice, you could definitely notice it. So I'm going to hook that one right up now and get back to you. Okay, here we are with the Audio Technica AE6100 running alongside the Rode NTG2. And in the process of setting this mic up, I completely bent back my fingernail. You won't be able to see that probably, but there's blood. There's lots of blood. These are the things that I go through in order to provide this little comparison video. So essentially what we're listening to now is the AE6100. So I'll be talking along like this on this particular microphone, and now we'll switch to the NTG2, and you can hear it sounds basically like this. I'm not even sure what the difference is, again, until I go back and listen to all the audio. I don't really know. As I mentioned earlier, the AE6100 is a great little mic, and I use it live and it's fantastic. In the studio, I've used it a little bit and seems to just pick up everything really nicely. So I'll be interested to see what the difference is between these two mics. Have I bought the Rode NTG2 in vain? That is the question. And it will be determined once I go back and listen to the audio. And we'll find out. So let's go have a listen. Actually, what I'm going to do before I compare any of this audio, I'm going to record an ad now that I had to do a few days ago for one of my clients, and I used the MXL 990 back then, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it with the Audio Technica and the Rode, and I'll play them all back to back, and we can just see what sounds the best. Because most of what I do here in this booth is ad recording, I just need the best mic for that. I mean, I've got the Rode NTG2 now. It reviews pretty well, and it's great to take out on the field with the camera and everything. But is it going to be the best for my ad recording? That's the question. So we're going to find that out right now. I'm going to record this ad here, and then we'll go and have a listen to them all. So here we go. The Strand Hotel is on the lookout for CQ's hottest DJ. Do you think you've got what it takes? Been bragging to your mates that you're better than that guy? Well, come down to the Strand's Q Bar every Saturday night during May and show us what you've got. The major prize is a Pioneer MIDI controller and a permanent residency as the DJ in the Q Bar at the Strand. Go to thestrandyabun.com.au to register for the competition now. Proudly sponsored by Tooheys Extra Dry, Canadian Club and Bundy Rum, and Hot FM. The Strand Hotel is on the lookout for CQ's hottest DJ. Do you think you've got what it takes? Been bragging to your mates that you're better than that guy? Well, come down to the Strand's Q Bar every Saturday night during May and show us what you've got. The major prize is a Pioneer MIDI controller and a permanent residency as the DJ in the Q Bar at the Strand. Go to thestrandyabun.com.au to register for the competition now. Proudly sponsored by Tooheys Extra Dry, Canadian Club and Bundy Rum, and Hot FM. The Strand Hotel is on the lookout for CQ's hottest DJ. Do you think you've got what it takes? Been bragging to your mates that you're better than that guy? Well, come down to the Strand's Q Bar every Saturday night during May and show us what you've got. The major prize is a Pioneer MIDI controller and a permanent residency as the DJ in the Q Bar at the Strand. Go to thestrandyabun.com.au to register for the competition now. Proudly sponsored by Tooheys Extra Dry, Canadian Club and Bundy Rum, and Hot FM.